red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, light as a feather. Sticks as a bow. Okay. Hey there, folks. Welcome back once again to another exciting video from your two favorite realtors. I got Patrik here with me, of course.
Hey there.
And today we are going to be talking to you about our top 5 feeder cities for the Portland area. And what the heck even is a feeder city? If you live in the Pacific Northwest, you love real estate, you like talking about houses, maybe you just want to know where to go adopt a cute dog, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below because we're going to be posting lots of great content every single week. Feeder cities. Do you know what a feeder city is, Patrik?
I did not know what a feeder city was, and I cheated and looked it up.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. So why don't you tell us?
So a feeder city is a city where we see an influx of tourism, and which supports the local economy, of course. And then oftentimes people will fall in love with the Pacific Northwest and Portland specifically and wind up moving here. And so they feed our population.
So today we're going to be talking about those cities. And like I said, in conjunction, we're also going to be talking about our favorite things about Portland that are probably bringing people here. Coming in hot at number 5, we have San Diego.
San Diego. Windy city.
Windy, brotherly city in California.
By the bay.
By the bay. I think one of the things that drives a lot of San Diegans, Yeah. One of the people that drives people living in San Diego to move to Portland, I think, is really that we have some really crazy seasons here. In California, you typically just have temperate weather all year round, and it's always nice out, and that's great. But you don't get fall, you don't get winter, you don't get summer, you don't get fake out summer, you don't get first spring and second spring. And these are all seasons in Portland. We have, I think, 7 different seasons that are their own thing. So, I mean, if you don't believe me, look it up. It's a thing.
I love the February fake out.
The February
fake out.
February fake out.
That's my fave. Coming in at number 4 is Phoenix, Arizona. So one of the things that I think we see people coming in from Phoenix and desert areas is a rich diversity of biomes and how easy it is to get to them from Portland. I mean, it's, under 2 hours to the coast, under 2 hours to the mountains, maybe 3 hours to the high desert, rivers, tons of trees. Like, it's
mountains,
pretty
skiing,
great.
You got it all.
Windsurfing. Yeah.
Can't windsurf in Phoenix, probably.
You sure can't.
Unless there's like sand. Pod racing. There it is.
Look it up.
Yeah. Wake up, sheeple. Number 3. Coming in at number 3 is San Francisco, another California city. I think one of the major drivers for people moving from San Fran to Portland is really just cost of living, right?
Yeah.
So, I say this all the time about Portland. When you're talking about major coastal cities, you really can't get the same dollar for dollar value in any other city as you do in Portland. Seattle, pretty wildly expensive. New York, pretty wildly expensive. San Francisco, across the board, it's just pricey. So I think for a lot of people who are moving from San Francisco, there's a perception that, it might not be as inexpensive to live here as it was in the 90s and early 2000s. But it certainly is a much better deal considering what you're getting from the city as a city. And I think another thing that they might be moving here for that I myself love about Portland is the food scene. You have some amazing restaurants. It seems like always a new restaurant popping up every single week with something exciting to try. You know, my most exciting recent venture in food was who am I? Was at a place called Toki PDX. I posted about it on my social media if you want to learn more about it, but they have great Korean fusion brunch stuff. It's really great. So yeah, so food culture, that's a big one. That's why I love it here.
Yeah. Coming in at number 2, LA. I have to say, one of the main reasons that folks will be moving here from LA is really just Portland's got a nice hub that it's easy to get around. And things are really centrally focused, whereas in LA, it's pretty spread out. Like there's a lot of little cities that make up what we call LA.
And Portland is definitely like micro neighborhood-y, but you have to go nearly as far to get where you want to go.
One of the things that I really love about Portland that we haven't hit on yet are just the number of outdoor activities that you've got available. We've got, obviously we've got 2 rivers, so there's a lot of things that you can do on the rivers. And in LA,
like what?
You can stand up paddleboard, apparently. I will not be doing that. Did you know that there's a boat that floats around and you can buy hot dogs from, like down by Oaks Park?
Hot dog boat.
Yeah, you just pull up on your kayak.
You heard it here first.
Check it out. And I can't imagine myself doing a lot of outdoor activities in LA, just with the smog and whatnot.
You mean like the dragon?
You seem familiar with my name.
Smog.
Coming in hot at number 1 is Seattle. So Seattle, sister city.
Our sister city to the north.
I think one of the reasons why people from Seattle are moving to Portland is that Portland offers a very warm, inviting culture, which I think is really unlike anything you'll find anywhere else. And Portland is an enigma. It's it's like a small town wrapped up in a bustling city. People, for the most part, are really friendly and will take up conversation with you if you reach out and ask them a question. And it's just very inviting, I think, in that sense. And so, Seattle is lovely, but it's also a very busy city. And I don't think you get that same level of interaction as you might here. So, lots of really cool people moving from other cities to Portland. The reason being, obviously at a baseline, Portland is an amazing city. It has some really great offerings, great food, great people. You can take your dog everywhere. You can put him on a stand-up paddleboard and eat a hot dog in the middle of a river with them if you want to.
It's easy to see why. We've got seasons, we've got tons of outdoor activities. Take your dog anywhere.
So clearly, a lot of people moving here right now, but based on all the stuff we talked about today, I can see why. All right, well, that's gonna do it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We hope you had fun. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're always happy to chat about, real estate, good places to get a bite to eat, what have you. And if you liked what you saw here today, hit that subscribe button down below and don't forget to like the video. And we hope to see you next time. All right, goodbye.